Indianapolis Colts coming in town to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. I think the Browns are 3-1. Yeah. Colts is 4-0, undefeated so far. So far.
Today,
It looks like
from
it's a
First
beautiful
Energy
day.
Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
I forgot
First
Phillip
opened in
Rivers was on the
1999,
Colts.
there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in
'cause
Cleveland,
Andy
even
Dalton.
though
I
all
mean,
the
not
down
Andy
years
Dalton. I'm
have never
tripping.
stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got
Andrew
evidence
Luck,
of that a moment
he
ago as the
retired.
Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle
He
with
still
the
got all
Indianapolis
his brains.
Colts.
That's crazy, man. I watched Andrew Luck in college when he played for Stanford University.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October,
Andrew
and
Luck was
off
a
we
pretty
go
decent
on
quarterback
EA
in
Sports.
college. He was okay in the NFL, but I think he did better
And
in
ultimately,
college.
he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
I don't know if it's
The Oklahoma product Baker Mayfield trotting out there
maybe
now
it was
with the
his
rest of this
team.
Browns
I don't know.
offense.
And I think it's safe to say that,
I don't know
and
if
I heard
maybe
him say it in
he
the
was on a
post-game press
different team.
conference, that was a team
The
win
outcome would have
last
been
week.
different. Say if he was the quarterback of
he
maybe
didn't
like
really
the
play up to his
Steelers or
normal
something,
standard,
maybe
throwing 2
his
interceptions.
career
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't
might
offset
have
it at
been
all,
different.
but the team found a way to get it done.
Maybe.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this winds
I got
up a
like
gain
3,
of 4 to the
4. Okay.
41.
Cool. I'll take that.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to
What
go
do we
for a
do now?
touchdown. So a lot of your
No,
calls
all
are
tackle.
setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right over there. Right over there. Yeah, yeah. Right. 50.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Landry. See if I can.
Mayfield now for the 50.
Oh, shit. Work, Landry.
Left side, it's complete. He's got it. 5 yards on the catch.
Way to come
there,
back
brings
to it
up
because they was
2nd
on
down.
me.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that
Oh,
slant.
boy.
A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5.
I seen they about to blitz. I'm like, it's gonna be one-on-one coverage.
41 yards.
Things are looking pretty
I like
darn good
Kadarius
on this
Hodge.
first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set
Kadarius
the
Hodge.
tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the
He's a
peek behind
decent
the curtain
receiver.
they
He's
gave
up and
us in
coming
the game
also.
plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
One-on-one coverage, man. You gotta trust your receiver, especially if it's one-on-one coverage, man. You gotta trust your receiver. I don't recommend throwing into double or triple coverage because you are likely gonna throw it interception.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield.
Back him.
And this is caught.
Word.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Back in the end zone.
Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Indy offense for their first drive of the game, and leading them out, their new quarterback for 2020, the longtime Charger, Phillip Rivers.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in
Yeah,
his
the
step
Browns
after
were
last
supposed to
week's
get
performance,
Phillip
because
Rivers.
he
Well, they
did
could have got him.
exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach.
And when
3
he
touchdown
came out the
passes,
draft,
0 interceptions,
when he came out of
which
college and
usually
entered the
means
draft,
you're
but
making a lot of right decisions
I forget
out
who the
there.
Browns
Got him to
chose
win.
to pick instead of him.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Marlon Mack, his first carry of the game. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken
yeah,
tackle
you're gonna be
couldn't
dropped.
bust him free. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's a throw over the
Ooh,
middle. It's taken in by
good
his
hit.
tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Jack
9
Doyle should have
yards
dropped
to pick
that.
up there, and it's a first down. A look
He
at the
should have
numbers
fumbled
for
that
Doyle
ball.
from a week ago. 5 catches, 61 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 2.
I gave him that, man.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
I gave him that, man.
Jack Doyle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to my settings real quick. Not my settings. I gotta go to my depth chart. I gotta put my dude. Depth chart. Yeah. Okay. Right here. There we go.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the try here for the extra point.
I'm gonna stop playing with these Colts. They 4-0 for a reason.
So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Yeah, flag. Hell yeah. Pass interference on the defense. He was holding him like crazy.
Penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
He was all over my guy.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 10 carries, 65 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. From the gun, Mayfield. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
All right, Wilson, I see you.
They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4
I
sacks
see you,
last
Wilson.
week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
A lot of tight ends
Damn,
just
the
use their
Chargers
size and their
0-4.
strength, try to occupy
Chicago
some space
4-1.
and kind of body people away and
Oh
catch
yeah,
the
they got
football.
Tom Brady.
But not this guy. He's a refined
I forgot
route runner.
Chicago
He's
had
maybe took some
Tom
dance
Brady.
classes in his background with his footwork.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Mayfield. And the throw there gonna be
I had to get rid of that man, dude. He was he broke through my line.
That guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On is the punt team now as this one sent away. On the return, it's Rodgers.
But I didn't really think.
30-yard punt that time. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start by handing this off to Mack. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he's a 1,000-yard runner in 2019. and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing.
Holding, man. Got to be holding.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Cannot do that.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Grabbed there by Zach Pascal, and he's one of those guys that often people forget are even on the roster, but when you look up at the end of the game, he's produced over 600 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2019.
Under a minute to go, clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Rivers on the money.
Oh.
He breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
Well, so often now
already, man. I'm just moving through. I'm just keeping it moving.
But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers, and turning that into an expansive gain downfield?
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright. And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Rivers.
Oh, man.
And this one
Okay, good. He dropped it, though.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3rd and long for Rivers. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't
get up out of here.
On what's going to be the final play of this first
Get up out of here.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. JoJo Natson back deep. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin him back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to run the ball real quick. Well, actually, changed my mind.
1st down, Mayfield. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Damn, I should have kept going the other way.
Defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
58. King. 58 to Mike. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike.
Mayfield now. Escaping the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
I rarely run out the I formation. So they probably ain't ready for this.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb.
I got the first down, so I ain't getting much after that, but
3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Working out of the gun. Mayfield flushed out right.
let's go.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
Word.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
I like how Baker stopped, planted his feet through the ball. Yeah. Passes is more accurate when you stop and plant your feet.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield.
Oh,
And this one's
dang.
incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver.
Try to run it again, man. Yeah, let me hit this play real quick.
Here's Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry.
We needed that.
To the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Oh, that's off.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Rodgers on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
25, okay.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read
Go,
that you
Cleveland.
have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Campbell making the catch. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him
Damn,
down.
man.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Damn, I ain't want to get at nothing. On the first
From the
down.
gun, Rivers. That's into the hands of Pascal. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To the air again here, Rivers. Catch made here by Campbell.
3rd and 1.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
They running it.
They'll try and run for this with Mack.
Nope.
And he's
Nope.
gonna run
4th
into
and
a
inches.
brick wall right in the middle of the field.
All right.
I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job forces a punt situation on 4th. Well done to sniff that out defensively.
Good
He
D.
had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time.
At this point in the season, these Colts is like one of the best teams in the NFL right now because they are, as far as record goes, they are 4-0.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. As the offense comes out, we put our Madden spotlight on Baker Mayfield. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch.
Baker doing his
it's an
thing.
absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved.
He really
right?
showcasing his talent tonight.
That's where you're going.
The projection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt,
Well,
the
today.
rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to
I don't
take
like
to
the play I
contract time if this
chose,
continues.
man. I do not like it, man. I'm going to stick with it, though. I don't even like the options to audible.
Fighting through, and he's brought down, but not before they get
Got a
it
first
across
down,
the
so I can't
20-yard
complain
line.
now.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Hey, alert 33. Bang, bang.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
Damn.
And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Good try, though.
From the 21, second and 10.
All day, every day, any day.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's up in
I could have
it
slid
after a
by
gain of
him,
4,
man.
up to the
Damn, I should have.
25-yard line.
It's all right.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
First down, we got it. Let's go.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 41 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. Flush to his right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Trying to make him die.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D
Oh,
knows
yeah, I
what
got
hit
you,
him,
bro.
but now they got to get ready. It's
I
first
got
and
you.
goal. And again, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Told you, I got you, Odell.
With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air. Because right now, we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading.
Man, I can't kick for nothing today, man.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And they're able to get this one across
Hilton.
the 35.
Yeah, he's something else.
Go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. He completes this one to Mack. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Mack. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rivers now to throw on first down. He dumps this off to Mack. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Again, it's Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a
Miles
sack.
Garrett.
Back at the 47-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout.
Second left.
Stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
47-yard line.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun. Rivers dumps this one off to Mack.
Where are we going? Backwards?
Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
What'd I hit timeout, man?
So with 4th down coming up, they
For
go
what?
and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half. So they will go for it on 4th down. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA
I like the Colts. I
Sports.
like their uniforms.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in
Gotta
a bit.
say.
But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it was the Eagles who were able to swoop in and get the road victory. 13-10, the final score.
Uh-oh.
From there, we head
Uh-oh,
over to the West
Pittsburgh.
Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting Dolphins. Raheem Mostert with a touchdown run.
San Fran, they
Finally,
looking
let's get
all
you
right.
to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home
And
at
Miami.
M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one. over the
Damn,
visiting
Ravens
Cincinnati
5-0.
Bengals. 33-7.
Yeah, they
the
beat me,
final
I think,
in
the
a row.
first. They gave me my first loss.
In the game you're watching is been
And
Baker
only loss of
Mayfield
the year.
with a strong first half. His 3
Baltimore.
touchdown passes have his guys
I think I
out
played in the
front.
first game of the
As we
year.
hand things back over
Yeah.
to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Yeah, Baltimore kicked my ass,
All right,
man. Wow.
Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number
Week
3.
one, rather.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Third quarter. Come on, y'all. Let's turn up.
They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much. I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I'm going to run you over. Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
From the gun, Rivers. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Good way to read that, too.
No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Mr. Johnson.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 93's the mic. 93's the mic.
Rivers again. He's got Jack Doyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Rivers taken in by the tight end.
Good D.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down now, it's Hunt, and this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
54.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Mayfield now from the 50. Gets this to Kareem.
Word, Kareem Hunt. Word.
Down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Nick hurt. Is he?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
I think Nick Chubb hurt. He already didn't say it, though.
Tackle by DeForest Buckner. Remember, the Colts gave up their first-round pick, number 13 overall, to get him from San Francisco, and they certainly think he's worth it.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another
Good
first
catch.
down at the Colts' 24-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that poster out there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
My offensive line doing pretty decent. And my receivers, tight ends. See, I told you, Nick Chubb. All right, I'll keep hunting.
On first down, Hunt. And they've got it inside the
fast
10
as
at
hell.
the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
I was supposed to go to the left, but I said to the right. Wasn't nobody over there. I'm like, shit, I'm going to the right. I didn't see nothing but green grass.
From the gun, Mayfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. This is Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Seibert on for the PAT. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Man.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From the 38, Rivers over the middle, complete. That's Mack. Give him 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field.
Damn, we got the first down.
Big plays for an offense.
Give him 3 yards there on the first down pickup.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a run with Mack. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And we're back now here in Cleveland.
4th quarter.
It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And Pascal's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let me see.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Rivers throwing middle, but
I wanted to hit stick the hell out of him.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game in a variety of coverages.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Good catch there by Jack Doyle, who went to the Pro Bowl in 2019, but now has a new quarterback in Phillip Rivers, and he wants to be the Antonio Gates that Phillip Rivers threw to with the Chargers.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Rivers, left side, Doyle with it. And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
That defensive back we just drafted, I'm thinking they drafted him to take number 23 spot, the one we just made that tackle. I'm thinking they drafted him to take his spot, because he He's garbage. He's shitty.
They'll run
He played
here
horrible
with Mack.
last year.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
In my
Every
opinion,
team
he
we
was the
ever
reason
talk to that
why.
continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't
we
they?
get a lot of,
you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been
yards
a hard
on,
go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they
a lot of yards through the air pass
front
on
of
him.
them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but
He
they're
gave
not
up a
finding
lot
much
of
space.
yards.
And his pass incomplete. It's been
Gave
that
up a
kind
lot
of
of
a day so
passes.
far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Work Miles.
Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 4th down, Rivers. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game. And
Phillip tried to thread the
unsuccessful.
needle, man.
The headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open and get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Mike 54. Not today, you are. Not today.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Tight end right. Tight end right. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. 31's the mic. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Mike's by 4. Watch the run, watch the run. What's that? Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, get in the way.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
58, Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. 58.
the shotgun. It's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big one there on third down. They hit for 30 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up four fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
That boy's got four down. 31's the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go. Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks.
Right.
They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's trying to run this clock down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. All day, dog.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory. They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look
Yeah, get that W. All right, Miss Mythic. Be cool, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Like I said, if you are new to the channel, consider subscribing. Smash the like button. Till next time, take care and be safe.
I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Cleveland, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.